It's a beautiful day here in Phoenixville. Hello, I'm Peter Urscheler, and welcome back to Mayor's Kitchen, the place where Phoenixville friends and neighbors come to meet. I'm really fortunate today to be joined by Vir Cruz. Hey Vir, how are you?
Good, how are you?
It's good to see you. I'm good, thank you. Vir is the owner of La Buzz on Main Street in historic downtown Phoenixville. Vir, tell us a little bit about La Buzz.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, La Buzz is on Main Street. We are a unique boutique salon. We focus on men and women, but we like to be a little bit different.
Excellent. Well, tell us. I've walked by your space. It looks great. Tell us. It really, kind of sets itself apart. Especially, it's got this nice rustic kind of historic charm in the downtown area. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do that.
Yeah. I always think of the service part, the experience part for the guests that come to the shop. So we want it to be feeling like a home. So we have some really nice furnishings and designs, and we serve beer, we serve cappuccinos, we have chocolate. Our focus on the shampoo bowl when we take care of our clients after our service, when we wash their hair, I think it's really nice and unique. So
excellent. Oh, I wonder who that could be. It must be one of our Phoenixville friends or neighbors.
Oh, awesome.
It looks like we have Stefany Guest.
Hey guys.
Hi Stefany, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good to see you.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
what are you guys doing here?
Oh, always cooking something exciting here in the Mayor's Kitchen.
That's awesome.
Stefany Guest is a co-owner of Iron Space Design, and they do a lot of work in the historic downtown Phoenixville area. And so, Stefany, tell us how you and Vir know each other.
Yeah, so Vir had a great design for his shop that he opened in February, and we helped him finish the inside.
Oh yeah, you guys did an amazing job.
Oh, thank you. It was such
We
a
love
fun
it.
project to work on.
Yeah, our guests love it too. Every time they come, they always talk about how it makes them feel.
Oh, that's so great. And it just adds to the vibe of Phoenixville, and it's such a great shop. I love it. So.
Well, Vir, all these ingredients smell so good, so maybe it's time to get cooking.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Vir, tell us what you're going to make for us today.
Yeah, I'm making a take on a traditional Filipino dish called adobo.
Oh, excellent. I mean, I do, I'm a little familiar with it. Of course, my mom was from the Philippines.
Yeah,
I know
that's
your
right.
family also.
Yeah, my family. I was born in the Philippines.
Okay, very good.
And came to the U.S. when I was 8.
Wonderful.
This is very home.
Okay, well, let's get started. I guess, what do we do first?
So we have here some chicken thighs. Adobo is really, it takes a long process, which is the best. So you don't want to cook with white meat chicken, you want to cook with dark meat. You can basically make it with any kind of meat. Adobo is very unique to the individual home, to every Filipino. So it got developed that way. So I kind of have taken reins of making my own, and I've tweaked it a bit to be something unique for Phoenixville. So I've added some things later on that we can go into, but right now we're gonna stick to some traditional things. Like I said, we have the chicken thighs here. We have this rice vinegar that Stefany, you can just pour in here.
Great.
Right. This is super easy because we're just gonna pour them in, and then.
And then what's this one?
Start marinating. This is soy sauce.
Okay, and I like that it's in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
It seems like it's easy to kind of clean up after you're finished.
I've got 2 kinds of pepper actually, because I'm a nut and I love extra stuff. You can go with either one. You can go with something that's store-bought, that's just grounded already, and I have some that I've actually taken the kernels and crushed them myself. So you can pour those both in there.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a little spicy?
It's gonna have some even more spice later on. So Peter, I actually need to crush some garlic.
Absolutely.
So is that the Phoenixville twist, is the spice?
No, this is still not. Oh yeah, the spice later on will be the Phoenixville twist. So I love a lot of garlic and I love a lot of pepper. So honestly, I don't necessarily measure when I make this, because all the extra stuff is really good.
So this is something you remember kind of growing up in the Philippines, or
Yeah.
your family making at home here?
Yeah. You know what's interesting about adobo is it's named by the Spanish, you know, and they were starting to name foods that were very familiar to them, but they didn't know what it was, so they called it adobo. But adobo is actually traditionally Filipino.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I discovered that once I started getting into cooking it. So yeah, we've got everything in there. This is ready to actually
So we just kind
go
of
in
zip
the
it up.
fridge. We kind of want to like massage it, mix it up a little bit, make sure like everything's covered.
That marinade smells really
Oh,
good.
it really does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is like home.
Yeah.
Yep, we just
It is funny just how much like all those smells, you know, reminds you of home. It reminds you of the people in your life, and
Yeah.
it's exciting.
there we go.
So
That's
we
ready
just
to go in the
marinate
fridge.
this overnight.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was easy.
That's
Yeah,
easy.
perfect,
I can
yeah.
put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, Vir and Stefany, through the magic of television, we've let this one marinate overnight. So I guess we're ready for the next step. What do we do next?
Awesome. So all we do now is we just pour it into this pot.
Oh wow, so that's really smells great, especially kind of that overnight.
Get everything out.
And what temperature do you want to kind of cook this at?
So we just want to take it high, get it to a boil, and keep an eye on it until it gets to the boil, and then we bring it down to a simmer, and we let it simmer for 45 minutes.
Okay, no problem. So
Keep it covered.
we're just going to kind of keep checking on that.
Yeah, we want that meat to be really tender.
Oh, perfect. So, Vir and Stefany, it's been about 45 minutes. I can't wait to
Awesome,
see
perfect. Stefany, could you remove the lid, please?
Sure, I can handle that.
Right.
Wow.
This looks beautiful.
Oh, yes,
it. And the
it does.
marinade's become nice, like dark, kind of caramel color.
Smells good.
It does.
So this is generally the traditional serving of adobo, but I do have a Phoenixville twist.
Oh,
then.
excellent.
Yeah, so we're starting off with, you know, this rice, white rice. It represents for me like something new and pure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of the sauce. So what I did was I took the chicken out and I reduced the sauce. So I turned it up high and let it reduce for 10 minutes. But you want to watch it because, you know, you want to get it to a kind of consistency that you're happy with. And this really represents like, you know, tainting of what was pure. We pour that over the rice.
I mean, it is so incredible. Of course, the Philippines is, you know, a deeply symbolic country. There are a lot of pieces
absolutely.
and symbolism. Now, what did you do with the chicken that's in this
So the
container?
chicken, once I pulled it out of our traditional, I decided to shred it, and I put it on a cookie pan with parchment paper, and I put it on broil. And that I put it on broil for about 10 minutes, because this chicken basically represents like death, you know. I put it in the oven, and something has to die, right? I don't want to be morbid about it, but
So
the
it's
texture
kind
of it too is really great when it comes to food.
It's also kind of like the phoenix, like, you know,
Absolutely,
it's reducing
yeah.
Once again to kind
It's
of
a
to ashes.
bird.
Absolutely.
You know, we started with life, and life got tainted, and now it's dead.
okay.
But it's not over yet.
We're
not
not over.
done.
No, the story's not done.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this coconut milk, which traditionally in some households they'll use coconut milk in their cooking. They've already put it in, but I've decided to keep it separate as part of this baptism of this chicken to start giving it new life. And this is some chili oil, and the chili oil represents like this heat that starts to bring about this new life for this chicken. And then these peppers, flakes, is basically the fire we have inside, you know, to be inspired and to start moving towards new things. And I've got some green onions that I've already chopped up as well, and this is like spring, you know, now you're starting to get new life.
Kind of fresh and new and clean and
Absolutely, and we're gonna finish off with this fried garlic, which is amazing on food. And you know, because it's golden and it's fried, it represents like treasure of what you discover when, you know, you think everything is over and, you know, you think there's nothing to move forward with, but when you do move forward, when you do believe in moving forward, you start discovering treasure that you didn't think was there. And we're gonna pour that right over. And there we have it. This is the Phoenixville version of a traditional Filipino dish, adobo, which still is adobo.
That's wonderful. It's really went through all the phases. We started and we went in through the ashes and then really the rebirth, just like our community did.
Absolutely.
And just like life, I love the different contrasts and the symbolism.
Yep.
And it, you know, it is. I think, like anything, being able to be together in the kitchen, it really just brings us all closer to our family, to our friends, the people who may be here with us, and the people who aren't here with us anymore. And so it's a really neat place for us to gather together. Thank you both so much for being here with us today. And
Thank you.
I guess now we just need to taste it and try it out.
Awesome. Yeah, try it out. Get that rice in there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we are definitely going to continue finishing this up and eating it here in the Mayor's Kitchen, but until next time, we'll see you soon.